You're live.
We're live. All right, here we are. Fucking MLB trade deadline. Crazy. Probably the craziest trade deadline I think I've ever seen. So
Nah,
much activity.
nah.
What do you mean now?
Everyone always says that every trade deadline.
No, this was
What
for
are you
sure.
talking
Not
about?
not from the Yankees' perspective, but a league-wide
Yeah,
like-
perspective.
I'm not talking about the Yankees. I'm talking about like all baseball.
Nah.
No.
Max Scherzer and Trey Turner on the Dodgers, for God's sake. Like, that alone
I just
should
feel
be.
like every trade line, we always say it.
The Cubs traded their whole team.
Yeah, well, they're pieces of trash.
Jose Barrios on the Blue
The
Jays.
Nationals, too.
Yeah.
Crazy
day.
The Cubs, how they treated their players, God bless.
I mean,
Um,
I don't get why, like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, for the I've heard people like, yeah, the Nationals, they had to do it. Their window was closed. They had to get rid of all these players. And then they're like, fuck the Cubs for doing this, for selling all these teams off. Like, there's basically kind of the same thing. All these guys were going to be free agents, and they weren't going to keep them.
Yeah. Biggest surprise in Yankee land. Hello, everyone that's joined us. Luke Voit is still on the Yankees. I cannot. My heart was pulsating in the last 5 minutes. I thought he would go in the Haney trade, even though it didn't make sense. Like
That would have been ridiculous.
right, but they made a
it.
trade, so I was like, oh, I assume like this is it, right? And it's like, no, they're sending Junk and another guy, and it's like, okay, well, what else is coming? They're getting a reliever. They never got the reliever. Maybe Haney is going to be a reliever. I don't know what their plan is with him. He stinks for the most part. There's really nothing to do. He just lobs the ball over and gets clobbered. And if he means no Nestor in the rotation, I'm going to be furious. I don't
Andrew
know what,
Haney will become public enemy number one in my
Yeah.
mind if he steals Nestor Cortez's
I literally
rotation
came
spot.
on and said I had no idea he was still in the major leagues. 5 years ago, he was like kind of good.
He's a classic guy where it's like you see the potential in him where it's like, okay, if we could do this, if we could unlock this, then maybe it honestly almost feels, you know what would be great if he turns into Lance Lynn? Remember when the Yankees traded for Lance Lynn and everybody was like, why the fuck did the Yankees just trade for Lance Lynn? And then he ends up like just becoming a very good starting pitcher. That'd be great, but if Haney becomes a very good starting pitcher with the Yankees instead of a different team.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But anyways, I thought Voit would be traded 100%. I think everyone did. The writing was on the wall all week here, especially after the Rizzo trade where he plays first base. And no, it almost seems like to me they never got a good enough deal for him, and he's got 3 years of control, and they didn't want to just give him away. And my thinking would be maybe in the offseason with the new CBA, they think that the DH is going to go to the National League. His value goes up. More teams want to trade for him. That would be my thinking. They're like, okay, well, why just give him away now? Let's see what we can do here. Especially because Stanton gets hurt a lot, and you never know what's going to happen injury-wise. I think moving forward here, I think it's just, hey, Stanton, you're not hitting as it is right now. You're going to go in the outfield. Maybe that will change things. Voigt's your DH, and Gallo the center. I know they told Gallo he's going to be our left fielder, but I didn't really buy that when they said initially. It feels like Gallo is your center fielder, at least at the moment. The way this all works, if you're going to play all these guys, it feels like Voigt's their DH, Stanton's your left fielder, and Gallo's your center fielder, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only answer. What else are you gonna do?
Unless you're platooning like Voit with Stanton. I don't know. I don't know. You can't just bench Luke Voit. He led the league in home runs last year.
there was no reason to trade Luke Voit. There was no reason to trade Luke Voit just to get rid of him. Like, I'm glad they kept him. If the package wasn't there, there was no reason just to get rid of him.
Yeah.
At worst, yeah, he becomes, in worst case scenario, he becomes like a platoon player for the rest of the year where he's probably on the bench more than he should be. But like injuries find a way to work themselves out with the New York Yankees. Like 1 week from now, we could be like in another position where we're like, oh God, who are these two people at the bottom of our lineup? So it's not bad to have depth.
I agree. I'm just stunned. I'm genuinely. I thought they were trading for a reliever. We talked about Rodgers yesterday. Somebody, and they just kept him. It's awesome. I think it's just good for like the clubhouse itself too. Like Rizzo and Voit together is like a fun little
it's a
tandem.
fun combo.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have a blast. And with all the moves, they kind of have a bench again. Like Rougned Odor doesn't have to play every day. Tyler Wade, and if you're gonna put Voit in the bench or whatever, with obviously Higashioka, like I don't know. This lineup's gonna be fucking fun to watch. I'll tell you. But bottom line, Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're not chasing the AL East. That's a fucking pipe dream. The wild card's gonna be fun as shit, but this lineup's just gonna be fun day in and out to watch. Like the days of like this feeble offense is.
Well, I mean, we said what 1 week ago, basically, Rob Brantley was hitting sixth in the New York Yankee lineup.
Yeah.
Hey, don't bring down Rob Brantley.
Chris Gittens was hitting 5 for one game, I'm pretty sure, right?
2 games.
We just DFA'd Lamar, so he had some nice moments despite being not good at baseball.
Fucking Brett Gardner just taking up job after job of all these people.
Even after the trade deadline, we're still yelling about Brett Gardner.
Oh, and Marty you can jump for joy. Albert Abreu option to AAA.
He's good.
He's not good.
He's good. He's good.
No, he's not.
I would love to see him get. I would love to see. I mean, the Yankees need another bullpen arm. I would love to see him just be in the bullpen. Well, see what he can do, getting consistent.
Do you think Voit was just pretty much for like Berrios? Like it had to be a big splash like that. Like not just straight up.
Like I know Buxton was being talked, not with the Yankees, but like a Buxton type guy, or I mean Berrios ended up costing a ton. You know, they gave up.
It was going to.
They gave up Austin Martin, who's the real deal, and I can blank on the other guy's name, but those are 2 top prospects that the Blue Jays had. So in terms of the Yankees, it would have cost a fucking ton. Yeah, I mean they clearly were just not going to willing to give away Voit for free, which is awesome. And then they trade for Andrew Haney, who I'm terrified to see pitch once for this team. Like I legitimately don't want to see him. I'm gonna get queasy if I see it. He better not be in the rotation. Don't need that. But I guess he's like insurance for Kluber if Kluber doesn't ever come back.
Andrew Haney will start a game for the Yankees.
Yeah,
this season.
He'll probably start tonight, like out of nowhere, just like get the ball.
I'm so like obviously Gallo, I'm excited, but like Rizzo, like. I'm so happy he's on our team. Like I've always liked him on the Cubs, just the way he even interacts with like the Chicago guys. Like he just gets it, and I feel like he's gonna be fucking awesome.
He's the man. And Gallo's excited. He said he grew up a big Yankees fan. Not that matters, but it helps. Big Long Island guy.
That absolutely matters. Absolutely. When I hear a guy grew up a Yankee fan, that makes me really happy.
Yeah, his whole family's from Long Island.
Love that.
What, Mush?
Good.
Oh. Good? Yeah.
I said good. Long Island?
A Long Island Italian who grew up as a Yankee fan, I'll take 25 guys. 25 guys like that in our roster.
What'd you think of Gallo with a shaved face? He looks a little different.
I don't care about his fucking shaved face. You know what I care about. He took I don't blame Gallo, but the fact that the Yankees aren't retiring number 13 for Alex Rodriguez is a travesty. It really is.
I told you they weren't going to do it. I told you don't give a fuck about him.
Why would they do that?
All right, here I'm writing this blog right now. Be on the lookout. But let's start with stats. 6th all-time home runs with the Yankees. WAR 8th, OPS 8th, runs scored 10th, total bases 10th. That's top 10 in a lot of stats with basically playing almost half his career in other places. He single-handedly won the Yankees a World Series in 2009. I know he choked in the playoffs.
That's your number one argument point, not the stats that were inflated.
I'm going one by one. Single-handedly won the Yankees a World Series in 2009. The Yankees are in a 21-year World Series drought right now if he doesn't do that in 2009. You earn your pinstripes in October. He fucking earned them in October. Also, the way he retired, like, he deserves credit for retiring when he did. Instead of clogging up a roster spot for the rest of 2016 and 2017, sure, he got a handsome payday. It's not exactly like he was a huge martyr, but he deserves credit for going out when he did, went out on good terms, said retiring as a Yankee was important to him, didn't go chasing 700 home runs, which he definitely could have done with another team, took a role with the Yankees organization, seemed to end on pretty good terms. And look, I know he did
pretty ugly when he left the Yankees.
No, it wasn't. In 2016, it was not ugly at all.
It was with like the moving down in the order and like I don't know, he was like barely moving. I don't know.
No, he was. I mean, yeah, he sucked, but he was very like appreciative. All the press conferences, he said, "I want to retire a New York Yankee." Like it, you know, there's rumors that in the past the past few years it hasn't gone as well. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. After he left, it got ugly.
Yeah, maybe in the past years, but I'm talking in 2016, it ended pretty amicably, especially as bad as it could have been.
But I mean, look, like the ties between him and the Yankees, when those ended, it was ugly, and they're not retiring his jersey in number 13. He may have the accolades for it. He may have the accolades for it, and obviously the World Series, but the way it ended, they're not retiring
Look,
13.
he made
giving him
mistakes,
ceremony.
the steroids, suing the team, all the controversy.
Sued the team!
But Tommy,
But who hasn't had a bad day amongst us?
don't even let our fucking players have a beard. The guy used steroids and sued us. You think they're gonna?
Well, then they should have never fucking put him back on the team and did this whole thing if they hated him so much. Look, people make mistakes. I know it sounds cliche.
Why do you jerk him off so much?
He made mistakes and he came back. He's human. He's human. He was a baseball pariah, the ultimate villain. He came back. He said all the right things. He seemed genuinely appreciative, genuinely self-aware that he had the opportunity to play baseball again. He's in fucking Sunday Night Baseball, for God's sake. He does the corp. He's really redeemed himself.
No more A-Rod.
It's a great American
Gallo.
redemption story.
We have Joey Gallo and Anthony Rizzo on this baseball team now. Joey Gallo's number 13, Anthony Rizzo number 48. I love it. I'm excited. We got the fucking Italian stallions here.
We just have lefties too. Like it's not.
Yeah.
A lefty isn't Luke Neto Odor anymore.
And Gardner. God.
No,
Jesus
we don't. I think if anyone says that name, we have to pay money.
We have a jar.
Gardner jar?
Gardner jar. He who should not be named.
What are the odds he starts tonight?
100%.
High. I was actually just about to say, where is the lineup?
100%.
Yeah, I would almost respect it. That'd be a great troll move.
Center
if the
fielder
Yankees
Brett
started
Gardner.
tonight.
Although, they kept saying that Stanton's going to play the outfield.
Yeah, but I can see them saying, he's going through a little bit of a rough stretch right now. He needs a day. I could absolutely see this being he needs a day.
He's got to build his body up.
Yeah. They want a day off before he plays the outfield,
Right.
the day off after he plays the outfield.
So we got fucking Stanton and Voit riding the bench while Gardner plays center field tonight.
That's the Yankees for you.
Hell yeah. Dope. Yeah, people are like, platoon Rizzo out there. Rizzo's not coming here to platoon. Rizzo will be the starting first baseman every single day. Luke Voit will be a DH. That's the only way Luke Voit plays, is a DH or pinch hitter. Rizzo will be the starting first baseman every single day. That's the way it is.
I think the most disappointed fans, I would say, has got to be the Red Sox. No.
And they got Hansel Robles, though. He just points when he gives up home runs.
Oh, Kyle Schwarber is legit,
Yeah, but
too.
Schwarber's not like someone when you're in first place.
I'm actually going to say the Rays. What did the fucking Rays do?
Nelson Cruz, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I guess that was, yeah.
They did get Nelson Cruz. They were in on Bryant for a little bit.
It was about to be the Giants until they got Bryant.
The Giants, I don't know what, but they might just be like, we're just good and it doesn't matter. We're gonna win with all these random people and it doesn't matter. The Sox traded for a guy who doesn't play first base to play first base, who's hurt with a severe hamstring injury and for a couple more weeks. That was their acquisition. And then Hansel Robles, who just points the sky when he gives up 500-foot home runs. I'm shocked they didn't add a starting pitcher. I thought for sure they would be very in on Barrios. Carabas may have tweeted Heim 100 times over this week, and they just did nothing.
They got, I guess it's not a starting pitcher, but Austin Davis for Michael Chavis right at the end.
They traded Chavis?
Yeah.
The Ice Horse?
For a guy with a 5.65 career ERA.
Hell yeah. Awesome. I really wanted a reliever. We'll see how they maneuver this. Maybe they call a few guys up and make some crazy stuff happen that way. I don't know. I thought they needed a reliever, especially after the Cessa trade. I guess they're going to use Clay Holmes as the excuse there. But this is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. Who do you think is in the 3-hole tonight, Gallo or Rizzo?
I'd prefer Rizzo in that hole.
I would prefer Rizzo as well.
They may use Gallo, though, because the on-base stuff.
But Rizzo is also less likely to strike out, even though the Yankees don't care about it.
What's your lineups right now?
I go DJ, Judge. Well, this is what's going to happen. I mean, if we're going to go back to what we should, then we'll get crazy here. But no, DJ, Judge, Gallo.
I go Rizzo.
I think it's going to be Gallo, though. I would guess Gallo. Gallo. So tonight it's different, though. So there's no Stanton. Fuck. Okay, so wait, we got to reorder this.
We're talking tonight's lineup?
No, your ideal lineup.
Yeah, no. Ideal lineup with everyone. I'm going DJ. I mean, I'm assuming Stanton can play the outfield, and we could have Voit DH. I'm going to go DJ, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Gallo, Gary, Glaber, Voit, Gio.
You want
Holy
Gio
fuck, what a lineup.
Luke Voigt batting 8th.
Yeah.
You like Gio last?
I love Gio, but I mean, you're not going to bat Luke Voigt last. Who else are you going to bat last? He could, turn the lineup over. I don't know.
I guess just Gary upsets me that high.
I mean, some people would argue that he should be the 4-hitter. I think the 4-hitter should be reserved for whoever is the hottest between Giancarlo, Gary, and Glaber.
That's a crazy lineup.
That's dude. We have the largest people in the world in this lineup.
Yeah, we do.
This lineup's insane.
We got a bunch of Goombas.
Because what Rizzo's 6'5", right?
Yeah, he's definitely.
Gallo's 6'5". I mean, these people are enormous.
Jesus.
And then Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner's going to start tonight.
If we had the jar, it would have been the jar.
I hope we're all mentally prepared for that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna still get Gardner starts somehow, some way. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. I'm excited. Tommy's devastated already. You already hate Gallo.
No, I don't blame Joey Gallo. I blame the Yankees organization.
I said they should give 21 to Rizzo. Just say fuck it if they're going to give 13
Yeah,
out.
I mean, we've said we're starting the Dominguez to get number 21.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got to bring this number back into the rotation somehow. You can't give it to fucking LaTroy Hawkins, but the greatest prospect in Yankee history can take it.
Can we talk about real quick Bob Nightingale?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's one of two options. There's only two explanations here. Is that he's hammered, drunk, 24/7. And I've kind of heard that at the winter meetings he walks around just blackout. And then he's either just a made up person and it doesn't actually exist anymore, and it's just a troll account from USA Today. So
you have to respect that he's consistent, and he's so dumb. He gets duped by these passings and these.
The guy had 5 Jeffs in his app.
Jeff Passan's tweet was actually very funny. It's dude,
we got a lineup out tonight, by the way. Glaber leading off.
What is it?
What?
So there's no DJ tonight.
Oh no.
Glaber, Gallo, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton in left. So they're playing Stanton right away. Gary. Rugned, Wade. So Judge is the center fielder.
Wait, where do you see this lineup?
Hoke just tweeted it.
Oh, so Glaber's at short, Gallo's in right, Judge is in center, Rizzo's at first, Stanton's in left, Sanchez
Jesus
catching,
Christ.
Odor at second, Wade. Somehow Wade.
How are Odor and Wade still in this lineup? Wait a minute.
Are we missing some? Who are we missing?
So DJ and
Gio.
Gio are not in the lineup. Oh my God! Can't we just do the fuck you lineup?
I like how Joey Gallo got told today he's the left fielder, and then
Yeah.
I was like, no. Just kidding.
Yeah, actually, just kidding. You're
Get
gonna play
him right.
fielder. Although he's been playing right, that's not gonna hurt. He's been playing right.
No, yeah. I'm just
last
shocked that they
year.
didn't go Judge DH, Gardner in center field, and then
How did this?
there's
happen?
no DH. That's why.
I'm
So Voigt's
upset
on the
we do
bench,
our
Gio's
ideal-
on the bench, DJ's on the bench.
We do our
Greg
ideal
Allen's on the
lineups and we
bench.
get Tyler
Greg
Wade in the
Allen's
lineup.
What much?
We do our ideal lineups and all of a sudden Tyler Wade's in the lineup.
Just get fucking thrown out.
And our 7-8-9's Odor, Wade, and Jamison Tyone because the NL's so stupid.
LeMahieu has a triceps issue, Urshela hamstring issue, both day to day.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, we were just having a
That's
good
per
time.
Ricky Ricardo.
I mean, that is crazy.
See if the Giants will give us Chris Bryant.
Unbelievable. We couldn't have found this out an hour ago.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
This fucking team. Whatever. We got Rizzo and Gallo. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Please beat the Marlins today. Who's pitching? Tyone. All right. He's been really good his last 7 starts.
Fuck the White Sox for.
That's a crazy trade.
Yeah.
Javi to the Mets.
I can't wait for Frank the Tank to hate Javi Baez.
He seemed
Javier.
very positive about him.
Really?
No, he was-
Yeah,
when
kinda.
he seemed more than positive than I thought. He's he strikes out, but he's an MVP candidate. Not exactly this year. I love how they traded for him, and then ESPN showed a graphic that he's the worst strikeout rate and chase rate in all of baseball this year. It's like, welcome to the Mets. You're the worst ever.
I like him though.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. He's like the smoothest player ever.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're all chasing the Dodgers at this point, anyways. So, yeah, we thought we'd hop on here for a little bit. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. God be with us with this lineup, but it's gonna be fun as shit. We think, as long as people stay healthy and stand in left field tonight. Everyone say a prayer. Yeah, this was a little emergency trade deadline episode of the Short Porch. We'll see you next time. Later.